What's the best feeling in poker? It's a trick question. The answer is D, all of the above, which is exactly what we do in this video when we play a 5-5-10 PLO session at Aria. We hit 3 of a kind 6 times in less than 3 hours. It's a pretty fun session. Let's jump into it and see what happens. So the session starts a bit slow. I play 3 hands in 40 minutes, and I bleed a little bit till I pick up aces on the button after topping back off. I raise to 40, I go heads up, and I see bet 55 into 90, and my opponent folds. Easy game so far. Hand 363, about an hour in, we pick up another premium, ace king king 6, and after a couple limps, I bump it up to 60 in the hijack, and button and undergun 1 come along. Playing good hands can be a good strategy. I get rewarded with a king 9-4 rainbow flop, and I just bet 80 into 205. Since it's rainbow and I block top pairs, the only draws on this board are queen jack 10 inside wraps, so I don't feel the need to go too big here. I want them peeling kind of wide. Both players call. Unfortunately, the turn is a jack of diamonds, and undergun 1 donk pots 445. He only has about $65 behind, and I don't think he necessarily has just queen 10 here, so we just call with no intent to ever fold the river against him. Button, however, rips in his stack for $13.75, and this guy most definitely has queen 10. It's alright though, we have top set, and we need to call 930 more to win 27.70, meaning we need about 25% to break even. It's probably close enough. The 3 of us stick it in. Let's go boat 1 time. And we whiff. 7 of hearts on the river. Undergun 1 mucks here, so he didn't even have queen 10 when he donk jammed turn. So what the hell, man? Alright, hand 369, a couple limps, and I bump it to 60 in the hijack. It's the same button again, and we go heads up and see a flop of king queen 4. Alright, this guy needs to give us our money back. We bet 75 into 160, we're ready to play for stacks, and he folds. Another 40 minutes go by, and we pick up queen jack jack 10 in the low jack. We bump it up to 40, and I go heads up with middle position seat 8. Flop comes ace king 9. We have an inside wrap and range advantage, of course, so we fire out a $50 bet into 90 and he calls. Turn is a jack of diamonds. Our hand improved in multiple ways, turning a nut straight and a set for full house backup. We have all black cards and still need to protect against heart draws, so we fire 155 into 190 after he checks to us, ready to play for stacks, and he folds. Next hand, another premium, ace ace king 8 single. Button opens it up to 40, big blind calls, and I 3-bet to 160 and we go 3-way. Flop is king queen 5 rainbow, big blind checks, and I just fire out 230 into 490 here. Having the king in our hand is really nice for blocking 2-pair and top set combos. We just want to take it down right here, and we're pretty happy to see both our opponents fold. Once again, the very next hand, we pick up king king 7-4 double suited under the gun. Action starts left of the rock, so hijack opens to 35, and it folds around to me. He's short, and we have double suited kings. I think he's been playing quite loose this session, so I'm fine playing for stacks again. I 3-bet to 110, and we stick it all in, but not before he makes a comment about a tell that I have.
The faster he shuffles chips, the more in trouble I am.
Huh? Is that a tell?
I think it's a tell, but I'm all in anyway. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Alright, small pot, run it once. We flop a set, and he says he doesn't have aces, so looks like he might be in trouble.
What do you think?
Small pot, one time's fine.
Alright.
You have aces?
No.
Okay, I don't either. But he actually ends up flopping the straight and backdooring a flush to add insult to injury. And at this point, we really hate kings. So far, I've been playing way too many good hands, and it hasn't been working out. It wouldn't be my poker vlog if I didn't at least find one garbage to play on the button. So hand 412, I bump it up to 50 after a limper and big blind and hijack both come in. To add on to our run bad, this is the first hand I've lost the footage for, but at least I took notes for the hand. Flop comes 8-2-2 and we flop trips. Not quite a set, but we'll take it. I bet 65 and the big blind comes along. Turn is a 4 of hearts and I size up to protect against diamonds. I bet 205 into 295 and he calls. The river brings another 4 of clubs. I think about going for value here. I think he'll mostly have missed diamonds. Given our low cards, we also don't block overpairs over the 9. So if we bet small enough, I think he could find a hero call with some overpairs or some 8x. But I worry that he might also have a 2 with a better kicker sometimes. So I just check and expect to just win against the diamond draw mostly. I check back and he does have missed diamonds, so we take down the pot. Oh wait, he has queen 4 of diamonds. Never mind. Fold pre. Hand 420, of course I have to cover. We pick up a decent ace king 5-6 and I make it 45. Cut off button small blind, seats 2, 3, and 4 all defend. They know I'm running bad and they're here to get me. Flop comes 9-7-2 with 2 spades. We have a bad gutter and nut flush draw, but 4 away and sort of out of position, I'm fine with just check calling this hand. So I check and it checks through. Turns a queen of clubs and small blind checks, and I feel like no one has shown much strength here. So I decide to do a delayed stab of 150 into 190 and only the button calls. Damn. I'm going to have to bluff river here if I miss and hope he has something like jack 10 or 8-10. Fortunately, the river brings an ace of diamonds, and now instead of bluffing, we have a bluff catcher. So we check, but the button doesn't have any thoughts of making a move here. So he just quickly checks and we show down our ace king and he mucks. Hand 423, we open under the gun to 35 and under the gun 1 flats and small blind comes along. We flop an open ender on queen jack 3 rainbow and I go for a check here. I like betting wraps, but I prefer mixing more checks out of position with just open enders. And here, under the gun 1 bets 75 into 115 and only I call. Turn is a queen of clubs, which isn't a good card for us, but it goes check check. River is a king of diamonds, completing the trifecta of the ultimate run good session. We block the 10 for the completed straights, and our opponent didn't show too much strength, so despite being stuck about $2,400 this session, we're not too greedy and we go for a value bet of 150 into 265. And then he raises to 500. He's got about 1,000 more behind and we go into the tank. What do you guys do here? It was a trick question again. The correct play was D, none of the above. We should fold because hitting sets of kings is obviously terrible. Don't worry, I got this spot wrong too. I end up just calling. I'm not going to go too deep on why I decided on a call instead of a raise here, but it's mostly opponent dependent as well as your dynamic and prior history with the opponent. I've played this player for several years now and we both know each other's games pretty well, and I think I'll run into quads here more often than stuff like queen jack or king queen, which I don't even believe he'll always call a re-raise with. He tells me after the hand that I'm the only player in the pool who doesn't go broke here with king king, so I'm gonna just interpret that as an insult with him calling me a nit. After that hand, we pretty much had enough. We're ready to get out of here, but we play one more hand. It's a limp pot 5-way, and on a flop of ace-9-5 with 2 diamonds, and us having the naked king of diamonds, when the undergun limper pots, I peel with some bad intent. Turn is a 10 of diamonds, and I lead 125 into 150, and he calls. River is a 6 of clubs. So when a guy pots 5-way on the flop, he's usually really strong. Can usually put him on something like top 2, set of 9s, or maybe even ace-ace sometimes since he limped under the gun, but I block that. I'm gonna try and blow him off this hand since I just showed the table how big of a nit I was with the king-king. So I go for it. I bet 350 into 400, and he makes a mandatory laydown against a nit.
You're good, you're good.
Whoa, he actually had aces there. So I guess sets in PLO are terrible. New dealer pushes, and we don't pay time rake because we're out of here, but we're allowed to play at least our button. And as if to mock us, we get dealt king king 5-5 on the button. You can't make this up. I got dealt king king 5 times this session and hit a set 4 times, so I'm guaranteed to hit a 5th time, right? I raise to 50 and it goes 3-way, and we just have to fold when the big blind leads pot on a board of 6-6-3 3-ways. Nice $50 bait, kings, right when I'm about to leave. That $50 was supposed to go towards my dinner budget, but now I'll have to settle for McDonald's or something. We're in this game for 4,200 and out for 1,386. All in all, pretty rough session, but hey, at least we had fun flopping, turning, and rivering sets. And that, my friends, is the greatest feeling in poker. Well, here are my stats and graphs for the session, guys. I feel like overall we played pretty well. I think we saved a lot of money at the end there by not shoving the king-king. And if you guys noticed something different about my vlog today, well, I got an editor, so shout out to DGNpoker for helping me out with the graphics and stuff. And as always, thanks for watching.